Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Jobu, and I'm hoping that I got everything hooked up correctly. It's, I unplugged everything, hooked it up. Um, when we started doing the trip, what's going on? Can't find my glasses, so it's going to be hard for me to see the actual comments and stuff over here, guys. Next, let me see if I can blow it. Yep, it actually got smaller, didn't it?
There should be a thing where you can
Um, Make the comments bigger.
web page.
It's okay. We'll just wing it. Forgive me, guys. I am literally back from Dallas with not a whole lot of voice left, but it's one of those things that I got to be. Oh, do we still have that on? I didn't mean to leave the chicken wings up on here. Yeah, that's some of the Jobu wings right there. What a trip. I got to be honest with you guys. I may not be on my game tonight. I am exhausted. I am spent. My voice is gone, but it's one of those feelings when you're so tired you can't sleep straight. But every minute of it was worth it. We planned this thing for months. And it didn't seem like, there's Jackie. Jackie, I miss you. It was so nice meeting you, Jackie, again. Seeing you and Sarah, seeing Alex over there, seeing Pierce, meeting Pierce. Pierce, oh my God, that Pierce, the story that your dad shared with me literally made me cry, man. I am so glad to meet you, get Jobu with you and things. It was incredible. I look burned out. I'm probably a bit tired, but I've actually been busy all day. You know, I was up at 7 o'clock this morning. Our dog, my wife's dog, Simba, had back surgery, and his back legs are paralyzed at the moment, but he's getting a little bit better. Built him actually like a 8 foot by 4 foot grass trade on the deck to make it easy for him to go to the bathroom. But I'm sitting there looking at that and thinking, if I put 2 field goal posts on there and paint some lines on there, make a nice looking football field, and maybe after he gets better, we'll have a little practice field. We're talking about practice. But to meet you guys was incredible. I dare a troll to come in here tonight and say something negative. I mean, honestly, if I didn't prove that I'm a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan, that I am all into the star, and you're still hating, well, I can't help you. Because to meet the people that I met, and I'm sorry, the names are going to slip me. But the guy with the truck, you guys saw that tractor trailer out there that was painted, he's a veteran. He makes the haul from Dallas to Chicago, and he said, hey, man, I listen to your show. It helps keep me awake at night when I'm making that run. When I hear people say that they get up first thing in the morning to listen to the Don't Sleep on the Dallas Cowboys report, I know I'm doing something right. When people say that, man, you make my day. I feel tired and worn out. Then I take a look at all the stuff that you're doing, and it gives me more energy. So if you trolls out there want to hate, man, go right ahead. There's just something wrong with you. But knowing that I am affecting other people's lives, there's nothing you can ever say to me that's going to ever bother me. So let me just brush all that stuff off. So that trip is over. But I feel like we have started something. We have started something huge with these tailgates, with these trips, and believe me, we're going to be doing a lot more. It was a year ago, right now, exactly a year ago, where I first got this bug of wanting to do what we just did. I met a few of you fans out there, and it was incredible because you guys all showed me so much love, telling me your stories, finding out where you guys are from. And it was just like, wow, I got to do more of it. I'm like a crack addict, When's the next event, man? When's the next trip, man? And we did the 2 tailgates at FedEx Field, that toxic waste dump over here in Maryland for the Washington Failskins. And then we had an incredible time in Dallas until kickoff at the Philadelphia game. And then this one, I'll be honest, I never got over to the stadium or the NFL experience or anything, but I don't think I missed a thing. Meeting all of you guys was freaking incredible. Sitting there working with Vosh Lombardi. Dude, if you guys don't know who Vosh is after this weekend, Vosh is headed for some big stuff. 26 years old, knows stuff, head, soup to nuts, as they say. Everything. The fact that him and I, as soon as our draft, second round, third round picks were done, we went right into the man cave there, and we just started talking about all these guys. And off the top of his head, he knew every single thing about it. Hey, my job was easy. I just had to ask the questions. He's just rolling through, and I'm like, man, you making me look real good. So make sure you give him support, man. Make sure you show him love like you guys have been showing me. Same thing with Law Nation. He was working with Dallas Legacy, live streaming and stuff, doing events and things. Another guy knows all of his stuff. I am privileged to work with these guys, to have my own crew, DMV Dallas Cowboys, knows the stuff. E2 Blue, they're new, but they're up and coming, man. They know their stuff. E2 Blue, man, my dog, Foots, the man that's about this wide but eats everything, man. Foots. The whole trip. We're looking around. Where's Foots? He's in the back studying. Studying like he's crazy, man. And then there's... I apologize. I apologize to you guys for allowing the plague to spread. That New York stinking Giant fan. And I think now the stank is out the bottle. He got a taste, just a little taste. I'm afraid he's going to run off. But as bad as it felt during the first pick where we were all like, what the heck was that? He captured all of it. It's gold. All of us were disappointed. Were you disappointed? At first, it was kind of like, what? When you saw the people that were on the board, you're kind of like, is that really the best pick? What the heck are we doing? Who's the GM here? Did somebody go through and just play with the board and change the picks or something? Because we were all in disbelief. I was sitting there. I was holding the Super Bowl trophy. I had, 5 replica rings on. I got Jobu in the air. Vander Esch. I was like, Jobu, I'm stealing your rum, buddy. Sorry. You didn't do your magic there, buddy. But after going back through and looking at that and thinking and seeing what the grand scheme was, it didn't seem quite as bad. And we'll have to wait and see because, all the draft experts are saying we had a great draft. Now, that kind of scares the hell out of me. The fact that they're saying we got an A-, 1 of 4, it's like, oh. Because every time it seems they pick us to do something, it seems like they're wrong. Maybe it's just me. But it seems like every year they say the Cowboys are the team to beat. We don't bust a grape. It's the years that they say the Cowboys, they're rebuilding, they stink. Oh, they lost Tony Romo, the season's over. Are the seasons that the Dallas Cowboys do the best? Now, I may be wrong on that, but it sort of seems that way. So right now I'm saying pump the brakes with these guys, putting out all the expectations for these guys. But I feel like there were a lot of things that have been accomplished this offseason. We know in the beginning of free agency, we were all looking at all these players that are getting signed, and we were sitting back that first week doing nothing. I mean, the only thing we heard was they tried to make a move for Sammy Watkins. $16 million, but they didn't sign him.
Well, and they tried to get a third-round pick for Earl Thomas.
Well, but we're talking about the original first week of free agency.
Oh, I
But yeah, right now, from what I'm told, the Cowboys have completely cooled on that whole thing. I think it'll be revisited later because Seattle, even though they said they wanted the first, they were willing to take the second. Cowboys said, third. I kept saying to you guys for quite a while that I wouldn't give up more than a third. When I looked at what guys were going for, Michael Bennett went for a fifth. So how the hell do you think that he needs to get a first? I mean, I know he's better than Michael Bennett and younger, but I was like, the price is too high. I said a third. To me, a third. And that's what the Cowboys stuck with, a third-round draft pick. They held tight. They were ready at 3. Seattle still kept holding on. But I think Seattle is going to regret that because now the draft's over. That pick is gone. And now you have to do something with Earl Thomas. Do you really want to sign him to a long-term deal? Because he said, I'm not coming in without a long-term deal. Maybe he does show up and say, I'll take this 1 year and walk. But you got to think that he won't be happy. You have set the whole standard of bad feelings. It was kind of like with Des Bryant. After everything with Des Bryant had gone on for so long, you had to go ahead and end it because the relationship was soured. We got a super chat from a Redskin fan. Extreme Archery. I knew you cockroaches would start coming out of the woodwork sooner or later. Thank you very much, Extreme Archery. We'll definitely be talking about the Redskins some. We need to find a crazy Redskin fan like the stinking New York Giant fan, for comic relief. But this team has gone through, and I think they have addressed every single area, except for 2, of need. Thank you very much, Chaz. Guys, all the super chats that we got during the draft and stuff, I've got to put all those together. It's just been, I'm tired. I've been just running around trying to get everything back together. Got to go back to my day job tomorrow. What I'll do with the super chats, and guys, I couldn't do what I do, like that trip, without the support of you guys. And I can't thank you guys enough. All the super chats, the donations, buying the shirts and things like that, those things I put back in this channel. And any of you guys that have been here for any length of time know this channel has been evolving and hopefully improving and doing more and more stuff. So, and it's hard for me to forgive me. I couldn't find my glasses. They were on the bus someplace. I know they're in the house here, so I'm having a hard time actually reading the comments from here. But let me see if I can get that comment right there. Our draft picks are on point. Great picks. I still believe Earl Thomas will be a Cowboy. I still believe it as well. It kind of the fact that we've been talking to him kind of gives me a little bit of vindication from where everybody said I'm an idiot and don't know what I'm talking about. But I told you guys from the end of the season that Des Bryant would not be a Dallas Cowboy, that he was going to be going. From the time they said Dak-friendly offense, keywords, that was T.O. being let go. So I was right about that. Well, thank you, Ratspussman. I butchered that up. I couldn't have had a better time. I mean, even though we were all the way out in parking lot H, Jerry Jones, I'm talking to you, buddy. That you had the RVs out there. There are only a few RVs out there, but we had nice grass area. We had the big screen up on the first night. We had all the chicken wings, and I cooked 80 pounds of chicken wings. 80 freaking pounds of chicken wings. It's a lot of chicken wings. Went through 3 gallons of wing sauce. We did a giant wing challenge. I've got video footage of a lot of you guys where I interviewed you. Don't worry. I'm going to start, once I get on even keel, putting those together because I want to make sure that, you guys are out there because you guys came and supported me. That wing challenge, that was huge. That was incredible. So I appreciate all the super chats there. But I look at what the team did. I honestly believe, because at first I kept going, Cowboys, what are you doing? You're not even looking at free agents. Jerry Jones, you're on vacation. We got holes on the offensive line. We don't have any depth there. We don't know what's going on with Des Bryant and so forth. We need a linebacker. We need a defensive lineman. We need a safety. Where are you guys? Are you guys just giving up? What is going on? Nobody had a clue. But you can look at everything that they have done. They've looked at all of the areas of need except for safety, and it wasn't from them not trying. And I would say coaching, but I'd actually say they've been addressing the coaching. Jason Garrett is not the play caller, hasn't been the play caller since they took it away from him after 8-8, 8-8, and 8-8. That's Scott Linehan. So it may be Scott Linehan's job that's on the line. But they've gone through and they've changed position coaches. You know, we got Sanjay there working with the wide receivers. Maybe he was part of the influence that said, you know what, we don't need Des Bryant. Because it looks like we're going to be doing Manuel. Thank you very much. Manuel from Las Vegas. Man, y'all made me feel like a rock star. I ain't going to lie. People are like, I need your autograph. I'm like, my handwriting looks like crap. Do you really want to mess up that football with my signature on it? Thank you, man. It was great meeting you and talking to you. And, he let me know what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. He said it's true. But they went through, took care of the offensive line with some free agents where we got depth, got a stud that fell into the second round on the offensive line. So now you've got 3 number ones, a second, and a first-round talent on your offensive line. The wide receiving core, they looked at 2016 when Des Bryant was hurt. We really didn't have a number one for the first half of the season, which was actually a good thing because it was always Dak Prescott hitting whoever was open. He wasn't forcing the ball to one guy because he's the number one and he's going to get mad because he's not getting the ball. If you're open, you're getting the ball. No, you're open. Okay, you got it this time. They also addressed the running back situation. The trade for Trayvon Austin all of a sudden gives you more options. Lance Dunbar was a guy who had a lot of promise, just couldn't stay healthy, and we ended up letting him go. But the things he was able to do, I believe it was 2015, out of the backfield, swing routes and things like that, was incredible. It was a whole nother dimension. You get Zeke Elliott in there pounding the ball. You get 8 men in the box. All of a sudden you get a quick guy, boom, on the outside. Hey, Virginia Finest, are you leaving me already, man? Have a great night. If you are, good night, my man. We were right through I was in Roanoke, man. I said we were in your neighborhood, man, last night on the way home. But you're going to be able to pound the rock with that big offensive line, which may become the best offensive line again. And even if we lose Tyron Smith for a few games, we've got help that won't be going to a Chaz Green. They rectified that whole Atlanta debacle, I believe. I love that. They didn't get wide receiver crazy and go reach for a Calvin Ridley in the first round. They got a linebacker who's big. Best linebacker we've had in a while in the middle, other than Sean Lee, but Sean Lee is better on the weak side because he's fast sideline to sideline. You need a thumper. You need a guy who can take on those run blocks, but he is big. Van Der Esch, we'll see what happens. He's big for linebacker, but he's also fast, sideline to sideline, kind of like Sean Lee is. And he's a guy that causes turnovers, something that this team has not had since 2014. 2014, we were second in the NFL in taking the ball away. It made the defense that much better. It made it easy for the offense. Since then, not so much. Vaccaro in the secondary, here's the problem. Cowboys won't sign him. Unfortunately, the reason why he's out there right now is because he was part of the national anthem protest. And I don't think Jerry Jones is going to bring him in here. So, yeah, he would definitely be an improvement. They're also feeling good about Xavier Woods. They're also feeling good about Kevon Frazier. So they may go ahead and just go with those guys. Now, the interesting thing is the Redskins have let go Terrell McClain. And it's funny because the Redskins seem to keep always picking up defensive linemen. Chris Canty, Terrell McClain. We've had other ones that have gone to Washington. And none of them ever seem to do good. Terrell McClain, you know what? I wouldn't mind having him back. We got a little cash, and if Jason Witten sticks to his guns and definitely is out, excuse me, that's another $4.7 million that we actually have in spending room. So you got to look at how the trade with Oakland affects that. But we still have cash, especially since we don't have Earl Thomas to put into the mix. So that could be some more help on that defensive tackle spot. I'm with you on that one about Bo. You got 10 picks. Or excuse me. Well, you got 10 players right now that you're bringing in. I don't see all of them making the roster. Quite frankly, I'm kind of happy that we're going to have some competition on the team, because there's nothing I hate worse than somebody who's already anointed. Like, you're the number one guy. You're a starter. And make these guys earn it. Because as much as I hate the Redskins, I love Doc Walker's philosophy. It's hard to be hungry when you got a full fridge. If excuse me, sorry about that. If you know you're going to be the starter, do you really put out as much effort? But if you have to fight tooth and nail, if you have to claw your way to try and get yourself on the field, you're getting battle tested, you're giving full effort, you're out there to learn and get better every single day. So I like the fact that we have all these wide receivers in here. They're going to fight it out to see who's going to be the starter, who's going to be the guy that's getting on the field. I love it on the offensive line that we've got bodies in there that are going to be fighting and competing. I love it that the defensive line, defensive ends, that you've got a whole big group that's going to be out there. So as I'm looking at what we did in this draft and what we've done in free agency, they filled a hell of a lot of needs with no money. And as much as we give the front office crap when they screw up, we need to give them. Got to give them a hand. Doesn't mean it's going to work out perfect, but they did a lot with nothing. And what they really did quietly that people don't really talk about is they've turned the page on the Tony Romo era. If you think about 2015, going to that season, they were talking about the window was closing on this team. That, Tony Romo doesn't win it now, it's over, and 2015 was a disaster. We've since turned over a lot of the roster. This team is now young, very young. This is a group that's now getting put together that will challenge. I don't know if we can win a Super Bowl next year, but they have enough talent on the roster to compete for the years coming. And oh, by the way, we'll have over $75 million in cap room next year. We'll have almost more cap room than maybe anybody else. And there may still be more that's added to that. With the amount of wide receivers we have right now, you might still see a Cole Beasley. And I hate to say that Cole Beasley might be one of the ones that go. There's a lot. I mean, it's crowded. Max G, thank you. I wish I could read all that, but it's orange and it's really small and I don't have my glasses. It was great meeting me at the draft, and I can't wait to hang out with me when you come down. Man, Max, thank you, man. Everybody was it was incredible. I tried to capture as much film as I could and bring you guys along for the ride. Like I said, I am humbled by the experience. Michael, did you enjoy being there at the draft? Come on over here, Mike. Okay, he's busy. And in fact, Joe Boo needs a refill. Forgive me, one of the great fans in there gave Joe Boo a bottle. I can't remember. I suck at remembering names. Go ahead and push that back. There we go.
Don't need it to, man.
Yeah. Michael Anthony. Oh, man. That was the ultimate guys trip, okay? To have 7 of us in an RV driving to the NFL draft talking about nothing but football. Yeah, go ahead and pull that over there. Let me turn your mic on. Go ahead and say something so make sure.
Testing.
Yeah. So, Mike, how was your experience?
Oh, it was great. You know how many beautiful women at the draft? No, I'm talking about inside the draft. They
didn't let me over there.
No. They actually knew who I was.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Did you get the digits? That's what I want to know.
But
okay.
the fans in general.
Okay.
It's like, you're Michael Anthony Fitness. You're Michael Anthony Fitness. And even the stinking Giants fan has some fans out there too. I hate to say it.
Blame me on that one.
But hey.
I released the Black Plague. Or should I say, the New York Plague.
That's all good.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait and see. I now know how Dr. Frankenstein felt.
And I'm the one helping put his channel out. So how do I feel?
About to be disowned?
Hey.
No, but it was cool.
Now, he's good people, though. Good people.
You know, I worried about when you start thinking about an RV and putting 7, 8 guys in it, that's like, man, that might be kind of funky. I mean, that might be kind of crowded.
It's actually spacious.
It actually, shout out.
I was surprised.
Shout out to Kelly because it was. I mean, there are bunks all over the place and stuff like that. By the time you pop the sides out, it was a great experience. How'd you feel about the draft itself? How do you feel about the Cowboys right now?
No one's job is safe.
Such as who?
Everybody.
Cowboys crunk. Uh-oh. Cowboys crunk is actually Michael.
He's off the chain, too.
Who brought the other RV. Michael's the one that had the Dallas Cowboy trophy and the rings and stuff. And his... I'll be honest with you. I know I have a voodoo doll.
But he has like a little monkey thing.
I don't know what that is, but I was like man, he kind of scared me. Like, yeah, you can put Joe Boo over there with him. I hope Joe Boo can keep him awake. I don't know about that one. That one was a little bit. But no, on a serious tip, Michael, thank you so much. Michael ended up donating money to help out. He ended up bringing his friend, although he was a Texans fan.
But he was cool people,
But he was cool, man. He helped cook. We cooked breakfast there the 3rd day and everything else. They were cooking all kinds of stuff. Oh, my God. I had a list. The guy who brought the brisket.
Oh, that was off the chain.
My God. Man, I can't wait for the season because you know what? Win, lose, or draw, we may not win the game. We're going to eat good, okay? we are going to be eating good. And here... There is John G behind you there. John, how are you doing tonight, man?
What's going on, Mark? What's going on?
Man.
I'm surprised that the Giant fan called in.
We're just living the dream here. Mike, if you can just slide just a little bit. No, just slide over just a little bit so we can see. There you go. Perfect. No, not completely off of the thing. Just slide. Okay. John. All right. But, guys, Michael Anthony Fitness, he's got his channel. Unfortunately, his new friend is the stinking Giant fan. John ended up getting in Friday night, a little bit late on the trip, but I think you had a good time, didn't you?
Yes, sir. Yeah, definitely. It was definitely a top 10 experience of all time. I'm already planning to go for next year's draft. Where we going? Cleveland, Canton, Kansas City, Vegas, Denver. Where we going?
Where it's going to be. Shout out everybody who does the super chat. What we'll do is on Friday's show, all the people who donated while we were live streaming or attempting to live stream from the draft and stuff, as well as tonight. I'll get your names. We'll put you all in a drawing for some Jobu shirts. And as well as some people have been asking me about the draft T-shirts that we have on, that we had. I have a bunch of those still left. If you go to my cowboyjobu.com, if you end up, oh lordy, hold on, John.
See if you can merge them.
Let me see.
Oh.
Hold on. Merge call. Oh lordy, hold on. Do I?
You got both of them. You got both of them.
Can you hear me?
You got the WWE thing in the background.
Okay.
You know I'm a WWE fan.
Hold on.
And
this
you know
is a
what?
true story. Listen, guys, this is a true thing. It didn't hit me till later on, but his message tone is, "Can you smell?" It's like, yeah, you do. You're the stinking Giant fan. It's not the whole, "Can you smell what the Rocket's cooking?" It's, "Can you smell?" It's
But hey,
like,
my shit don't stink. It smell like pine salt today.
okay, we want you over in the corner, quiet right now, okay? All right, so John,
What's up?
with the exception of putting up with this, you know what I'm talking about. The trip was enjoyable for you, right?
Absolutely, man. Loved it, man. The RV was great. The food was great. Well, I guess except for that Whataburger we had.
Oh,
But
And the stinking Giants fan, they get the Whataburger because, hey, I know I got reason. I'm smarter than y'all.
no, okay. Maybe,
once you sleep,
maybe we just went to the wrong Whataburger.
Yeah, son.
But
I think
I'll
we
be
did.
honest with you, man.
Because you know why? Because y'all are Cowboys fans. You'll eat anything in Texas. Remember, Texas is big. But you know what? That's what y'all get.
Yeah, I'll try another
Yes.
Whataburger. But the way everybody had built up Whataburger, man, I was just waiting to like take a bite and go, "Oh," you know, to see angels, to see the skies open up or something or other. And I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
But
Well-
you didn't tell him what you did. How many burgers did you buy from McDonald's, Mark?
I bought two, and they weren't much better either. You know, it was one of those things like we stopped on the way up the road, and there wasn't too many options, and we were trying to get our behinds back home. So, yeah. The good food I had, though, was the wings and that beef brisket. That brisket, my man,
That was off the chain.
definitely. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh,
the
yeah.
barbecue sauces, whoever got me
You know
those,
what? That
those
was probably the best experience was the food. Between y'all agonizing and y'all faces, the food was probably the second best experience of all time.
Wait a minute. Dude. You do realize your team only won 3 games last year, right?
Mark, you won 9. You
Do
won
you
9.
really-
that's 3 times more than what you won.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on.
Wait.
What is the okay,
hold on,
okay,
hold on.
right now,
Didn't
right,
you
oh, wait a minute,
lose
hold
to
on.
us
This is
2
my
times?
argument, and we have this argument all day long. What is the object of the season to get to where? The Super Bowl.
Hey,
Okay.
buddy,
Right?
you lost
Yeah.
to us
So,
twice.
but if you don't get to the Super Bowl, you take bragging rights, right?
Okay,
Didn't you take
all right.
bragging rights last year when you swept us?
Is there a way to mute his?
We didn't. Remember, we had the holiday boat thing. Oh, we all left the Redskins game and went to go party in Miami. Okay, we did that. That wasn't satisfactory.
Is there a way to mute his microphone?
No, we don't mute microphones
Okay, all right.
on this show.
All right, grown
Now on my show,
grown
you don't have
folks.
to. But remember,
Pardon the
y'all-
stinking Giants fan.
Okay, grown folks gonna talk here
hey,
seriously.
remember,
Okay,
it smells
all right,
like pine sol right now.
we've had our comic relief now. We're gonna actually talk about our team. We'll ask you about how you feel about your Giants in a minute. Okay, hold tight.
We'll definitely do that.
Okay, all right. You see what we put up with the whole trip. All right, so now, how you feel about the guys we actually picked? Don't say a word. You don't say.
All right, how do I feel about the guys we picked?
Yes.
I actually love the draft. A lot of these guys I actually had on my list. Cedric Wilson was a guy, receiver that I had on my list.
You're telling me
Michael
Thursday.
Gallup.
Hold on. You're telling me Thursday night when we picked Van Der Esch, you were happy?
No, I wasn't happy with Van Der Esch, but the rest of the draft, we had 8 other picks. But what I will say is, I did say I was pissed because we left. I feel like we didn't maximize the pick. I thought we could have traded back and got him, or there were other guys on the board. But I'm not saying we got a scrub. We didn't get a scrub. We didn't get a scrub by any means. And the way that the draft ended up playing out, I think we ended up getting some really good talent on this team. Best pick was Connor Williams by far, in my opinion.
I'm happy. You know what? I'm just happy that we didn't get wide receiver for the first 2 picks. Because that was the talk that everybody was saying. The Cowboys definitely going to be targeting a wide receiver. And that's why I was like, okay, if everybody's saying that, then we won't be. But can you imagine if we did pick a wide receiver as opposed to getting those 2 guys in the first 2 rounds?
Well, if we would have got Ridley or DJ Moore, I don't think anybody would have been opposed to that.
Right now, but then when the offensive line is failing and when your defense is getting run all over, then they'll start throwing us under the bus.
But I wonder if it would have still played out the same way that it did. Connor Williams could have been there at the 2nd pick anyway.
That's true.
Then why did you guys pick up Trayvon Austin? Y'all talking all that smack. Where is Trayvon Austin on your offense right now?
He is the new Lance Dunbar. He is going to be actually a change-up running back, as opposed to having Alfred Morris as a 3rd down back who can't catch the ball out of the backfield and doesn't have that speed. Here's what you're gonna see with the Cowboys: unpredictability. You're not going to see a number 1 wide receiver. It's going to be the man that is open, which I think is better for Dak Prescott, so he doesn't have to force the ball and try and throw a Des Bryant open. You're going to see a ground and pound because we've got a big, strong, physical, nasty-ass offensive line that's just going to be in your face. We're going to run right down your throat. And then when we get tired of running down your throat, we're going to play action you. We're going to roll Dak Prescott out because you got everybody trying to go to the point of the attack. You're thinking the ball is going to the left. Dak Prescott's going to go to the right. Or you're going to put Lance Dunbar after your guys are actually spent because they've been pushed on by those big offensive linemen. You can get some speed outside with him. That's where you're going to put Trayvon Austin.
Hey, guys.
And didn't they do that in L.A.? And that's why they got rid of him?
Well, to be
remember,
honest with you,
who's your offensive coordinator?
LA
you really don't think he's going to be that innovative?
He's going to have to be.
He's got a point.
No. Well, hey, listen.
You think Jason Garrett's going to be that innovative? Are you serious right now?
Let's back up here. It's actually not Jason Garrett who's the one that has to be innovated. They took the play calling away from him. It's actually Scott Linehan that has to. And in the end, if Jason Garrett stays and the offense fails, it will be Linehan who gets canned. But I think.
Well, wait a minute. Who has the final play call? When the play call goes in, isn't it Jason Garrett that says, "Okay, run that play"?
Do you ever see Jason Garrett with the playbook on the sideline? He's not.
Actually, I'm watching All or Nothing.
Yeah.
He has the headset on, but Jason Garrett is not.
He's not.
It seems like it's definitely.
Jason Garrett is your offensive coordinator.
No, he's not.
Like you bringing somebody in that's supposed to innovate the offense.
No,
Linehan is the offensive coordinator.
I know you're not talking about coaches. Yours just got fired. Scott
Of
McAdoo.
course, because we sucked.
I mean,
I
Bob
would
McAdoo.
admit, y'all can admit that y'all suck. We can admit that we suck.
didn't
That's why
suck.
Yes,
We didn't suck.
We sucked, and
We
we
were
beat
mediocre.
you twice.
Mediocre
So what does
to
that
do.
make
wait,
you?
hold on. Michael Anthony, I got one for you, but I'm gonna say it was a tease. It's a tease. It's a tease.
Show of hands. How many people are ready
New
for me?
New England sucks.
Oh, okay.
They lose players, but they still win. You guys lose players, and that's your excuse. Come on, man.
No, actually,
Come on, man.
Time up.
You
So
actually-
why are we out 3-13?
Did we lose Odell? Did we
Oh,
lose?
okay, all right, exactly. You just didn't
pot beat kettle,
You
baby.
got-
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute, hold on. So y'all lost Ezekiel Elliott. And if you're saying that you had Ezekiel Elliott, you'd have made the playoffs.
Yes.
All the Dallas Cowboys fans across the board would say that. If we didn't lose
it's probably a fact.
Okay, so yeah,
right.
we
It's the
think-
same
no,
excuse.
no,
I said, when we lose somebody, it's we 3-13. If Odell was playing, we
You
would
would
have
have
won.
been what, 5-11? All we
come
needed
on.
was 2 games out of Zeke's 6 that he missed.
One
You
player is
lost 6 games. If you'd have lost 4 games, You didn't make the playoffs. Y'all out the playoffs for one game. One game.
Yeah.
One
and
game.
Zeke Elliott would have
If
made
you'd
a
have played
difference for at
4
least
out
one
of
game.
6, y'all made the playoffs. Right or wrong?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's all we needed was one game. All we needed was one game. That's the point.
Tom Brady was out for 4 games. They still made the Super Bowl.
Okay, look at Jimmy G now.
Okay.
Look at Jimmy G. Is Jimmy G undefeated as a starter?
What is the personnel? Nobody receivers.
Jimmy G is
That's
winning
what
games
I'm
with San
trying to
Francisco.
You know what? I
Jacoby
want
Brissett is starting in Indianapolis.
I want you on the channel. I want you want to do it on your channel.
We're going to
I'm
rumble.
save the preview.
We're
I'm
gonna
saving
get
the
back
preview
to
on your channel because I don't want to do it on Mark's channel because I would just lambaste you right now. I'm saving it for your channel.
You gonna save it for my? You gonna save it for your channel or my channel?
I'm saving it for your channel.
WrestleMania, baby, WrestleMania.
Okay.
All day long.
right.
That's what we do.
Time out.
Universe.
Stop. When people say it's like watching First Take, it's time to quit, man. Rashid.
Yeah.
Rashid.
Oh no, it ain't first take.
No,
It's better than
I'm getting
first
that
take because it's real.
I'm getting comments. I'm getting comments like it's First Take.
Somebody called him Steven.
So
I told you I'm gonna be the Stephen A of this show.
Yeah,
They don't like it.
Yeah, you
Stephen Q. Urkel.
Okay, so
Y'all are accident waiting to happen.
Rashid, thank you very much for coming in. Tell everybody where they can find you, and it won't be on here. Okay? Tell them about your channel that you're gonna have.
Oh my God, dude! Like the Stinking New York Giants channel is up and it's running. Oh my God, I got subscribers already. I'm just gonna clown you guys. Whatever you guys put out there, I'm just gonna just lambaste you guys. It's more or less like what you put out there. I'm gonna react to it and like, are you kidding me? You guys are not God. You guys are not America's team. You guys are the worst team in the NFL. You guys are.
Bye-bye. All right. I need all of you guys to go to his channel and lambaste that dude, okay?
Oh, he's the man. He's the man.
Once he gets started, it's like you can't get a word in edgewise. I apologize, you know. I'm the one that brought that to us. But no, did it just jump
Am I
out?
back in or did y'all mute me? Wow, Mark, really?
Bye-bye. Okay. He called back. He still called.
Remember, you suck. You suck. You suck.
Damn.
He had the last word in.
No.
Subscribe.
Michael.
I will tell the truth.
Oh, Lordy.
The truth is within you. No.
Oh, my God. See, this is okay. We're getting this out of hand.
Because it's still merged with his page.
Okay, I'm trying to see if Michael resume. Hold on.
Because one of them is still merged.
Call on hold. I may have messed up. This is actually Michael over here with us. Call on hold. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. I'm damn Giant fan screwed up my stuff. Michael, how are you doing, man?
Good. I'll call back later, man. Do your thing.
Okay. Shout out to Michael. Michael ended up helping us get everything squared away and stuff for the trip. Boy, everybody and their sisters trying to get in here tonight. We had the Stinking Giant fan going crazy and stuff in here. I lost him. Okay, so let's see. All right. I hope I got this straight again. Man.
Mike was trying to call.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We should be good to go now. I'm hoping. I'm going to have to get call block. Is there call block on Skype?
I don't know, man. You have to be the first one to figure it out from the Stinking Giants fan.
Oh, my goodness. So, yeah. So that's a taste of what he's
You
going
got
to
to
be
put him on
bringing.
the block list.
But go over there and just give him hell. Just give him hell. But anyway, back to our Cowboys because we've actually wasted too much time with the Stinking Giants fan. Back to your thoughts on our draft picks.
Yeah, man. If anybody has a chance to go look, Foots did he did a great job recapping the picks. Where Foots gave us about a B plus or A minus. I'm around in that range as well. The Vander Esch pick makes a lot of sense now. If you guys haven't been watching All or Nothing, I watched All or Nothing, and when Sean Lee went out, they kind of struggled with play calling and stuff like that. With getting the plays in, and
Yeah.
so maybe Vander Esch, maybe they brought him in because maybe he's another guy that can relay the plays as things are going on, and if Sean Lee goes down. But he's a solid player. I just thought it was a little safe as to how they did it, but I'm okay with it. Connor Williams, that was a A+ pick to me. They got a top talent in the second round.
Right.
Michael Gallup, I actually wanted him more than Cortland Sutton. I know a lot of people are huge on Sutton. I was big on Gallup because I knew that we could get him where we got him, but I also knew that we could address other needs as well. And I think that Gallup is the type of technician, route runner that we need. Dorrance Armstrong, I scratched my head a little bit because I thought that's where we could have got a defensive tackle or maybe a safety. A lot of safeties went off the board. I know that there were some running backs, the type of scat backs that we had talked about. They went off the board in that round, and we ended up getting Dorrance Armstrong, who actually was high on their board. I believe they had him as a third round guy, and they ended up getting him in the fourth round. And maybe that means something for Tapper and Gregory. Maybe that's some insurance there. Maybe it's insurance for DeMarcus Lawrence if they don't sign him back next year.
Right.
The fifth pick was Mike White. I absolutely love that pick. I talked about it on one of my videos before where I said we needed to give Cooper Rush some competition. I didn't see us looking at quarterback very much. I said this on your show before, and adding Mike White is definitely the sleeper of the draft when it comes to quarterbacks. Sixth round, I believe we traded one of them for Tavon Austin. The other sixth round pick, we ended up getting Cedric Wilson, which I liked, and then Bo Scarborough. The jury's still out for me because I know that Bo necessarily didn't become the player that they thought he would become at Alabama. They thought he was going to become the next Derrick Henry. He didn't really do that. Damian Harris kind of took over and became the leading rusher over there. So but Bo is pretty big and he can offer something to our offense if they need so. So I loved our draft. I loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Okay. Law Nation, are you there?
Law.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Okay.
Let me get my camera together, man.
Okay, yeah.
Because I saw.
your logo.
What's up?
Man,
What's going on?
man, I heard that you were doing. Unfortunately, I couldn't watch, man. I was had my hands full with Vosh, man. You know, I got a new nickname for Vosh.
What's that?
Young Gun.
Young Gunner.
Man,
Young
'cause
pistol
I tell you
starter.
what, man, because he comes at you, bam, 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 and he just rolls that stuff off. Man, I heard you did some great stuff there with Dallas Legacy. Did I say it right? My brain is fried, man. And I wish
That's a sweet name. Somebody need to go claim that. Dallas Prospect is the
Dallas
name,
Pro-
but
I don't-
Dallas Legacy, that's a good name. Somebody need to go take that.
Yeah, no bull.
Hey, man, Law, you know I've been working my ass off, man. So forgive me. I'm a little sleep deprived, a little tired, and all that. But it was great to finally meet the man behind the voice, because you are watching nothing but the best.
Of hits and oldies, magic.
Yeah, but
Yes, indeed, man. What's up, man?
well, I was just talking to my man John G here about his thoughts on the draft. When we drafted Vander Esch, what was your first thought?
Low key. Now let's just be real about it. I knew everybody that came to the Mavericks bar. If you guys would have came out there, we already knew that they was drafting Van Der Esch. We knew what was a 99.9% chance.
I was told, look, like I said, people don't believe I have sources, but I was told that, and by the way, the same source that told me that Des Bryant meeting was going to be on Friday, on Monday, and it wasn't going to be negotiations or offering a pay cut, said that Earl Thomas deal right now, they've gone cold on that whole situation. But, they had said that Van Der Esch was the guy that they targeted. Doesn't matter who's up there, that's the guy that they wanted.
Yes, indeed. And believe it or not, I listened to Will McClay. He was on a Sirius Satellite Radio. And believe it or not, guys, they would have picked Van Der Esch even if Tremaine Edmonds was still on the board.
Wow.
Yeah.
That what he said? Hey, that what he said.
That's
I'm
what
sitting
I'm
like,
saying.
oh my
Well,
God.
from from
So
from what I
They
heard,
might
that
have
they
picked him if Derwin was on the board. I was thinking that too, man.
well,
yeah,
see,
and hey, if you look at the picks all together, I mean, everything works out well. It's kind of like drawing a picture. Sometimes you just can't judge the picture before it's completely drawn. And even with draft grades, I normally don't do draft grades at all. I got to wait at least 2 to maybe 3 years before I give out my opinion. But the draft was decent though.
without a doubt, I think actually this whole off season in totality has actually been pretty good. They looks like to me, and I keep saying this, that I think that they did an autopsy on the season and said, what are our weaknesses? Where did we fail? And it looks like they've addressed every single one of them. The offensive line and not having depth, we definitely have gotten, a stud guard to play in there. You're going to keep Lyle Collins playing tackle, so he's playing in the same position, which is definitely a good thing. You look at it and they said, our wide receiving core kind of failed, and maybe we don't need that number one. Let's do wide receiver by committee to keep people guessing where the ball's going to go. To me, it looks like they said linebacker was an issue. We got this guy to go in the middle. We can let Jalen Smith kind of take his time and play the right spots for him. Only thing we didn't really address is getting that big, humongous guy in the middle and the safety.
Yeah, we still. I was thinking like towards the latter part of it, you still get a Puna Ford or somebody like that.
Yeah.
But he didn't have the measurables that the Dallas Cowboys were looking for. Just like Neil, you're finna move him to fullback. He just didn't have the measurables.
Right.
So Dallas very big on measurables. They love the size. They love the players' combine numbers. So that's what they live off of. They don't really do to me an analytics approach. And my guy John, you can agree to that too as well, can you?
Yeah. By analytics you don't mean like the like Spark scores or anything like that, but you mean by like film and stuff, right?
Right. They go off of a different vibe to me, and I think the way Will McClay does it is a remarkable deal. I guess in a sense he have a knack for finding his sweet rounds are anywhere between the later third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, and even the undrafted. I think that's where Will McClay, and that's where you really want to be at, beefed up anyway. So it's just that the first 2 rounds, I think collectively as an organization, we've been hitting on all our first round draft picks. But the second and third, one can argue and say, well, we've been having a little issues with that. But I'm thinking that he's shoring that up too as well. So Will McClay is just a beast out there.
Well, somebody's asking, what do you think about Bo?
Oh my goodness. The guy, although he appears to be like a bruiser type of running back, to me he looks more like a finesse guy, and he is athletic enough. Go look up his highlights. That guy can actually do backward flips, front flips, and stuff like that. So you got to be athletic to do that type of stuff. And then on top of that, he's a guy that needs space to run because he's gonna dip his shoulder, dip his head, and run pretty much blindfolded through the hole. So his vision is not as great as a Derrick Henry or even a DeMarco Murray. But if we can create those alleys, and Mark, you played offensive lineman before, and that pull guard, if Connor can create that alley, he can pull.
Ooh, and he's got a mean streak too.
Oh yeah. Both of them guys. So I think Connor got a chip on his shoulder, and I also know that Bo, he got a chip on his shoulder. So it's going to be medieval this year.
How would you like to be a cornerback and see Zach Martin and him pulling around the corner?
You got to pray to the high heavens and say, Lord, please don't let them hit me.
And Zeke Elliott running behind, because Zeke is not a small guy either. That could
just think about this. We got Tavon Austin, right?
Change of pace back. Yeah.
You try to load that box, and you got packages out there that you're gonna have Ezekiel Elliott out there. You got that kid out there. He's gonna stretch the field, regardless of what people saying. He's washed up. He's not who he say he is, or he's not what he's appeared to be. It's a horrible deal. I saw some people out there make those words with no comments. They're gonna eat a lot of that this year, because I can tell you right now, he's light years ahead of a Lucky Whitehead. He's far beyond what what number 17 was trying to do when we were trying to run him out there a couple years ago. What's the guy's name?
Wayne Harris.
Dwayne Harris. He's way above him. He's way above what Ryan Switzer tried to do. Now, me personally, I didn't like the fact that we got rid of Ryan Switz, but hey, it is what it is. We got now a pretty much a guy that's going to stand up and be like a defensive tackle for us. But he's finesse. He's not still that fat big plug that I want in the middle. And I'm talking about a Jihad Ward.
Yeah. Well, I think he was playing out of position, because they were trying to play the defensive end. Now, here's the big question. Now, of course, Jason Garrett is going back and begging Jason Witten, please, baby, please, baby, please don't retire. But I think he's already left the building. Antonio Gates was just let go by San Diego. Do you have any interest?
No, we still need to stick with the philosophy that we have. What this is going to do, guys, is that this going to force the Cowboys to get out of that old playbook. If you got Jason Witten out there, they're going to pull out that old playbook. But now you got somebody that can vertically move the ball upfield. Although, he's considered a pass blocking tight end. But, hey, I seen Jeff run the ball up the field. I seen Blake Jarwin get the ball upfield. So now it's going to force the Cowboys' hand to even think of a new creative plays because they can't use the old Jason Witten plays anymore.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Yeah, let's stick with the young guns. Let's throw a new deal out there, and hopefully, and I mean hopefully, we can see some more spark out there on the offense.
Well, if for no other reason, the change of personnel at least is going to give you some different looks than what we've had. We've been kind of stagnant and stuck, and I know this is going to really be going back to the 90s offense where we're going to be pounding the rock and everything else. And, Troy Aikman, who I think he only had one season of 20 or more touchdown passes, wasn't really – he gets all the credit, and everybody thinks that he had fantastic numbers, but really didn't because it was the running game. And I think that's what we're going to be doing with Dak Prescott in this offense. And to me – they have completely turned the page of the Tony Romo-friendly offense and have now built or are trying to build this offense to suit Dak Prescott's skill set. Am I right on that, or you guys think I'm an idiot?
I think you're right. And I'm going to ask Law this question. With the type of receivers that they picked up, like the technician types, the guys that are they're kind of quick, but they're sharp on the dime, with Cedric Wilson being able to catch the ball, getting up the field pretty quick, Gallup being a great route runner, and obviously they still got Beasley on the team. Do you think that they might have looked at what Philadelphia did last year, and they might be incorporating a little run pass option into what we're gonna do?
No doubt, man. You said you watched the season All or Nothing to Prime deal, right?
Yeah, I'm 7 episodes in. I'm almost to the last one.
So you remember episode 7? Not to spoil anybody out there. Spoiler alert. So what,
No. I haven't seen any of it yet.
You saw how they were saying that, like, hey, we really want Dez Bryant to get this record. We really want him to get this record. And they forced the deal to him. And they tried to force it. And he said he really wanted to get it on Josh Norman. You remember that statement?
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about that no more. You don't have to have that mountain of pressure of them looking down the record book and saying, okay, we now need to get this particular record to validate us in this situation.
They were doing that with Witten too. They were doing that with Witten and Dez.
And what's interesting though? Think about Emmitt Smith. That once he got the record, bye.
Yeah, true.
No, seriously.
Because record sales.
That's right.
And that's what we were talking about with Jerry Jones. Many games matter, or does marketing matter?
Yeah.
Man, Jerry Jones, man, he's still. Hey, you remember the other episode? Jerry Jones Jr., whatever, he looked just like Jerry. Steve. Remember him?
Oh, okay.
He was saying that, hey, marketing sales are down this quarter. We need to figure out a way to increase the jersey numbers for Ezekiel Elliott. We do know that the domestic violence things is hurting the numbers. We need to figure out a way to craft the numbers. And I know that it's all a part of the business. But at the end of the day, you don't think that Jerry Jones sitting there saying to himself, maybe I can give his guy more touches. Maybe if I can get down to the money zone, I can give Dak Prescott more passes so I can pass and force feed the ball to somebody.
No doubt. I thought that was the issue the whole time. Because, Law, if you're watching it, have you really seen Daz complain for the ball?
You're right.
He was happy with winning.
He was happy with winning, but they was forcing. Hey,
they was forcing it to him.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So it's crazy.
That's interesting.
Man,
I haven't seen it yet because
everything.
yeah,
Go ahead.
I haven't actually seen it yet because I've been, just getting everything back on an even keel, getting back home and stuff. So I'm actually going to take some time and sit down and just kind of watch it later on this week and stuff. But that's interesting that Dez wasn't forcing the issue about getting the ball. You would think by the way he would melt down on the sidelines and stuff, it was because he was upset about not getting the ball. But if you're saying in the show he's not, that's kind of a surprise to me.
Yeah, one time they showed him do 2 fingers up, right? And I'm sorry for spoiling it for you guys, but he held up 2 fingers, and the commentator said he's complaining about only getting the ball 2 times, but what he was saying was they were in cover 1 2 times in a row. So like that happens a lot. His body language gives off a lot different than what he's saying. It's crazy.
Right.
Yeah, but the other temperament of Dez, now it's kind of like this. Have you ever been in? I don't know if you guys teach school. I taught school for like. I was one of them substitute teachers. I said, "Nah, this ain't for me because these kids are too smart, man. They too smart and quick at the lips." But you ever had that kid that was in the class that's always with nuance, but they come from a good place?
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's who Dez Bryant was. When the coach was telling him like, "Hey, we doing a little prep work for the Denver Broncos, and these guys you don't want to let them get ahead. You don't want them to get turnovers because they vicious and they play with an aggressive tone." And then that's when Dez starts saying, "Hey, don't come." He was cussing. You know what I mean? I can't say it because I'm gonna try to keep it PG-13. But he was cussing back and forth, and the coach, you know how sometimes. Hey, we all brothers, man. We talk different. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
If guys can understand the complexion for the other side, they understand. They pretty much don't understand how we talk sometimes, and that's just how we talk. But if you saw his face, it came firecracker red, because he was kind of like, oh shoot, I done hit a trigger point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dez got a little grimish with old boy, and old boy was like, I apologize,
Yeah.
but Dez is gutter, man. So if you ain't from that neck of the woods, you ain't used to hearing that type of talk track, you get kind of I guess unrelaxed in the situation, and you try to stray away. And in that whole interview session,
all right, okay. You done said enough about it. I ain't seen it. A lot of fans are saying stop spoiling it because they haven't seen it. Okay, so and as far if you want to see it, you have to have Amazon Prime, and you can stream it. So go ahead and get your Amazon on. Which the NFL. This is all by design. The season, of course, on the brink. The Dallas Cowboys, and let's make sure it's on Amazon Prime so we can make some more money. But hey. That's the NFL. They are the big cash cow. All right, so with this draft now over, we know there's going to be a wave of guys that are going to be cut. We already know Antonio has been cut from the Chargers. We know there's going to be some other name players and some on our team, I believe, too. I think Tyrone Crawford might be on the street. I think Cole Beasley might be on the street. Do you see us trying to bring in a veteran tight end, fire hydrant to go on the defensive line? Or do you think we're just going to stay pat with everything we got?
Oh, you go ahead, go because John, because I got my opinions out there.
I think that they're done for now, but you never know because the second wave of free agency has to happen. And if there's somebody out there that they feel like can fit their scheme, I think they will. I think they have the money to do so. They freed it up with Dez. They signed up all the rookies and all the unrestricted free agents, but I believe they're leaving some money on the table because maybe they believe there's somebody out there that they have their eyes close on that they're looking to bring on.
Okay.
Yeah. This Dallas Cowboys team is political in a sense. And you know why I'm not going to talk about the show, but it's political in a sense. So you got the guy that can help this team out, and probably can come for dirt cheap, and that's Eric Reed. He will be a guy that you can put in this system that'll be immediately an upgrade from whoever we got out there playing safety right now. And you know, Vaccaro, you can have your reservations on him, but Eric Reed, my God, you know. But outside of that, I like
You
the
could also
undrafted
throw
kid.
Kenny Vaccaro in that mix too.
Yeah, but he's more of a strong side. We need a free. We need a free. We need a free because Byron Jones he's moving out the corner,
Right.
and I don't want them to play the tic tac toe game where one day he's going to be a cornerback and then the next game he does horrible, then they put him back out there as safety. I don't want that. You know, I want somebody that's consistent in a sense, and I can trust Kevon Frazier to be my strong. And there's somebody to help out Jeff Heath because I just don't want Jeff Heath to play every game, starting every game. I want him to come in off the bench.
I think they like Woods, man.
I think they do like Woods a lot.
Woods your inside guy. You put him in the nickel, slide him around. And I know Cheeto Bad Woozy out there, but for our down package, we got to have something, you know. We got to have somebody out there that's experienced and knowledgeable enough, you know, even out nickel.
I'm going to say this. And I'm sure I'll get flack for it, but I still believe before the season kicks off, Earl Thomas will be here. Seattle does not want to sign him to a long-term deal. If he wants to get out of there, all he has to do is raise a little bit of stink and not show up for the OTAs and stuff. Force Seattle's hand, and they're going to have to either pay him or let him go. And I don't think they want to pay him. I think they'd be happy to bring him in for one more year under that contract. But if he wants to go and say he's out of there, and if he is, you know exactly where he's going.
Well, I think they'll have a shot to get him before camp because, you know, sometimes that's a window right there where next year's draft you can kind of offer a pick and possibly get a guy. So, I mean, there's still a chance. For me, I'm looking past that. I kind of like what we have on the roster right now. And if that happens, that happens. But I think we'll be all right, man. I really do.
Check out KQ, man. Check him out. Just KQ, his name is Cal. I can't say his last name. Cuero or something. Cuero. Like Cuero. That's how you say it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Hey, he's a baby Ed Reed to me. I said, man, this guy flies up to the ball, catches the ball, high point the ball, make good adjustments out there on the field. I can't wait to really see him doing mini camp, training camp, and see what he can do against the NFL level players.
Okay. All right. So your guys feeling, you know, we're actually running overtime right now, but your guys feeling on the season coming up. You feeling good right now? You feeling kind of, I don't know? Or are you feeling like the New York stinking Giant fan, like, oh, we suck?
I thought we was gonna finish 11-5 anyway. Before all of this stuff, I thought we would be 10-6, 11-5, regardless. Because when you got 21 in the backfield, you got a chance, man. 21-4, you got a chance because you can play ball control, and you know what I mean. Like you can kind of cover up your defense a little bit. But our defense got better, I think, with the draft, and I think our defense got a little bit better. We can still improve, but I think the defense got better, and I think that the offense, the new scheme, will fit us a little bit better and make us a little less unpredictable.
All right.
Yeah, so I think we're going to be a punch it in the mouth type of team offensively, and then just think about this too as well. This team is not trying to say we're trying to play keep away, but that's the philosophy of us winning, and the game name of the game is. Remember I said core, focus on the core. And we did just that. We got a full core on this front offensive line. These 5 guys going to have these holes opening up for Ezekiel Elliott. And you do know, guys, that Ezekiel Elliott likes to pound the ball and get the ball out and then just embarrass you once you realize that, hey, I'm tired of tackling this guy, then he hurdle over you. But now we got reinforcement. We got a Rod Smith. We got a Bo Scarborough, who's going to be able to just be even more explosive. And did I leave out of Jameis Olawale? Come on.
Yeah, you did. I was going to say that.
So these guys, man, it's going to be a whole different type of mindset of a game. And then on top of that, hopefully, Cheeto Bear Woozier and Jordan Lewis can get a little bit more stingy with the ball, pick the ball off sometimes, you know.
Amen. A few turnovers would be big.
Now we're going to really, really, really have respect across the league.
Well, for me, I look at a team and I say, if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And when you look at last season, going to that season, you could not say any positions out there we got better on. Running back, we got worse because, of course, my man got suspended. Offensive line.
Corner, we got better. I think we got better at corner.
Oh yeah, we did. And
Eventually, we did. Second half of the season. Offensive line didn't get better.
Certainly did.
Okay. Defensive line, actually, the defensive line got a little bit better. The pass rush did. Inside took a drop back. Linebacking core, I think we actually took a step back. Wouldn't you agree? Going in 2016, and defensive backfield. Okay, I'm going to say it was a wash. I look at this year, I say, okay, hopefully we have Zeke for the whole season, but we actually have some change-up paces. I say that's a little bit better. I look at the offensive line, and I say clearly, La'el Collins being a tackle again for another year, the depth that we have on the offensive line, as well as our second-round draft pick, that got better. I would say our rotation on our defensive line, we're at least holding serve on. I would say our linebacking core with Jalen Smith getting, another year behind him, a year to heal, and with our draft pick, that we got better there. I'll say our cornerbacks got better because they have a little more experience and hopefully they come to camp healthy. Only section I can say we didn't get better yet is safeties. So in totality, I think the team got better players and they upgraded the positions. So therefore, I feel like you said, 11-5 was my original early prediction for the team for next year. Some people say, "Oh, we're going to go 14-2." Let's be realistic. You're going to have some really tough games. You're going to lose some games you're not expecting to. You're going to win some that you're not expecting to. But 11-5 is where I think this team's going to be.
you know what, Mark? Yeah, I believe exactly what you said. And I would rather for us to lose the first game, believe it or not. I'd rather for us to start off slow.
Like the 49ers game?
Well, think about it, though. No, every year that we've won the first game, we have made the playoffs since 2006, I think it is. It's crazy because they say teams that lose the first game of the season only go to the playoffs 25% of the time. We must be the whole 25%.
Yeah, and it's crazy because 2014 and 2016, 2014 we lost to 49ers really bad. Yes. And then we lost to the Giants in 2016. So that's nuts.
In 2013, we opened up beating the Super Bowl champions at their house, at their party, ended up 8-8.
Yeah.
Things to make you go,
Right. Yeah, that's what I said. Jason Garrett holds all the records, the ones you don't want. You know?
Yeah, but it's an even year for Jason Garrett. And somehow, some way, that robot chip in his head just works properly.
Here's the thing. Yeah, he's like a cat with 9 lives. It seems like every time you think this is it, somehow the team has a great season and puts it off. So that's where I believe that the Cowboys are going to have a great season. He's going to get a contract extension, and the nightmare will continue.
Yeah.
It's not so much a nightmare for me. I don't want nothing for nobody, but it's not so much a nightmare for me anymore. Not so much a nightmare.
Okay, don't spoil the show. Don't spoil the show. All right. Well, look, you guys got 15 minutes bonus time today. Law Nation, I don't know anybody who doesn't know who you are or where you are, except you're not on the screen right now. But tell everybody where to find you.
Yeah, you guys can just type in the name that's on the screen, and you will find me. Actually, Mama, I made it. You just type in Google. You type in Google, and you type in Law Nation. I'll be the first thing to pop up, believe it or not. So the Google search engine is working for me. If you guys want to find me on Facebook, type in Laws, put an S at the end of Laws. It'll be Laws Nation. And also, if you want to find me on the YouTube, of course, that's Law Nation. I meant to say Twitter. You put Laws with an S Nation. And I'll be more certainly to reach out and talk to you guys. That's all the time I have. Salute.
All right, man. Thank you.
Oh, hold on. Shout out to Vosh Lombardi. He's down there saying the Doski Woskis and the Peachki Whiskies. Shout out to you, man. Salute.
Vosh.
Follow my brother, Home Skillet.
Vosh, listen, man. Vosh, you my man, dog. I know you're half my age and stuff, man, but we're going to be doing a weekly show together, I hope. I'm putting it out there right now, man, because I'm telling you, OG and Young Gun, And because my man, like I said, he makes my job easy because he can just reel that boom, 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 just like a machine gun. Keep hitting you with fact after fact after fact. Because we had a ball there. Although when you look at the videos and see him and I both when we made that first round pick, we were like, "What? Where's Joe Boo's round? I'm stealing that. I'm sorry, Joe Boo." We were like, "Are you kidding me?" But no, we had a ball there. But now my man John G.
Before you go, good night, Miss Jackie.
Yes, Miss Jackie. I miss Miss Jackie and Sarah both, man. Thank you guys for showing up each and every day of the draft trip.
Yes, sir. You guys can find me at DMV Dallas Cowboys. A lot of you guys have been supporting. I really appreciate it. We'll keep putting out good content for you guys. And good night, Miss Jackie.
And with that being said, I'm going to go up here, help my wife get the dog upstairs. He's recovering. Hopefully he'll be able to walk again and everything else, and spend some time with her because I've been gone all weekend. You can't neglect the wonderful ladies out there. So make sure you guys take good care of your other half because they definitely are the better half. I'm Mark Holmes. I've been living the dream thanks to each and every one of you guys. That draft trip, I can't say enough. That was really a dream to spend it with you guys. And I look forward to doing a lot more with you. That just made me want to work that much harder. Thank you for the support, and I will see you guys soon.